Hi, I'm Alicia and welcome to my channel Papercraft Secrets. Today I have a Cricut card making video for you. We're going to make two sets of cards using our Cricut and the Cutaway Cards pack and the Insert pack by Cricut. Our first set of cards is this card set here from Cricut Design Space, the It's Your Day collection of cards. Our second card collection that we're making is a Cricut insert card from Cricut Design Space called There Are No Words. So we're going to make 3 of the first design and 4 of the second design, and I'm going to guarantee that you'll have success with these cards. I'll share with you all the tips and tricks that I've learnt along the way to make sure that you have a fun experience with your Cricut machine and success with making your cards. So let's get started. Today we are working with the Cricut card mat 2x2. It's 13 inches by 16.25 inches. It's suitable to use in a Cricut Maker or a Cricut Explore machine, and we're going to use this card mat to create our cards today. After you've removed it from the packaging, you need to carefully pull off the protective film that's on the both halves of the mat. So we need to take that one off and take this one off as well. Cricut has released some cutaway cards packages. This one has got 8 in it. You can see the colours in this one. There's sort of like a dark green, a light pink, a purple and a gold. Once you've opened your package, you can see the colours for yourself. That's your gold insert. These are your green cards, your pink cards and your purple cards, and then you also receive envelopes as well. So what we need to do, if you open up your cards, you'll see you've got this white sticky label on the inside of your card. So what you need to do is peel back the edge of that label and pull that backing paper away, and you'll be left with this sticky side. Now you have to adhere your hologram gold paper the color side down, okay? So you'll only see the white on the inside of your card, but when we cut it, you'll see the pretty gold shining through. You need to do this with each of the 3 cards that you're going to use for this project. Our next step is to take our Cricut cutaway mat and we're inserting those cards in so that the part that has the gold insert is at the front on the top, because that's the part we're cutting into. So make sure that that gold hologram piece is at the top of the card. Smooth that down, and then we're ready to go to Cricut Design Space. Next, we move into Cricut Design Space into Projects. Over in the Search Projects bar, we're going to put in Cutaway Cards. And this will bring up many designs that you can choose from to create a card that you like. I'm choosing this card here. I want something that's easy, fun, and something I'm going to experience success with. Once you've made your decision, we're going to choose Make It. This will bring your card onto your card mat. I'm going to make 3 of these cards today, 1 in each of the colors in the little cutaway card pack. You can make up to 4 cards at a time on your Cricut mat. I actually didn't notice at the time, but my material size disappeared here, and I should have double-clicked on that little arrow and checked that it was the same size as my cards. Instead, I just clicked continue, and what that meant is that I just got my image went a little bit off my card onto my card mat. The cards were still beautiful, but ideally you would want to check your sizing of your cards. Pop your mat into your Cricut. Make sure that you have your black pen or whatever color pen you're using, and make sure that your blade is nice and sharp by just poking it into a little bit of kitchen foil tightly wrapped into a ball. That just makes sure that your blade is sharp and ready to use. I almost forgot to mention an important tip. Make sure these little rolling wheels are pushed right in to the gap between your cards. You don't want them going over your card because it will imprint onto the card. You can just carefully move that to one side to get that little wheel down on the side of your card. Pop your blade back in there and snap that shut, and we're ready to start. Your Cricut will begin drawing the image first, and there is a lot of drawing in these cards, so this will actually take at least half an hour for the Cricut to go through with the pen and draw the flower images. Once the images are finished drawing, it's going to start cutting, and it'll be cutting out the words "It's your day" so that we can peel those back and reveal the pretty gold hologram paper. Now it's time to remove these cards from the Cricut card mat. Depending on how new your mat is, depends on how sticky it is. You may need to use some of your Cricut tools to assist you to remove the cards from the mat. Once your cards are off your mat, it's time to start reading away the tiny little letters to reveal the gold hologram paper underneath. I use my little Cricut tool here to help me to lift that top paper and to pull it away so that I can see the pretty paper underneath. Now we take our time and just pull back each letter carefully. Because the letters are large and thick, it's quite easy to do it. You do have to be a little bit careful that you're not scratching the hologram paper with the hook. Take your time and you will experience success with this part. And that's our 3 cards completed. They're really beautiful cards that pretty much almost made themselves. The Cricut did most of the work for us. We just had to pull back those letters. When you're choosing a design, just be mindful of the smaller the letter, the harder it is to actually remove it from the paper, and the more time consuming it will be. Because we wanted to make fun, easy cards today, we've picked a fun, easy design. Now we're going to move on to our second card project. For our second project today, we will be making our own design to a certain point. So we're going to choose the square cutaway card design. When we click on that and click Customize, it will create a border for us that will fit our 4.75 by 4.75 inch cutaway cards. So there's our border there. Then I'm going to go to Images and I'm going to search cutaway cards in the Images library. And this brings up many different designs that we can use. Some will be rectangular shape and some will be square shape. We're looking for a square shape. And I'm looking for something really simple and easy to create with. I don't want anything that has really tiny letters that I have to spend a lot of time picking out. After quite a bit of searching, I come across this love heart design that I really like. I choose the image and then I click Add to Canvas. This brings the image onto our canvas and we have to move it into the center of that square that the card design setup gave us. Then we click on the eye over here in the toolbar that's next to the design guide, and that takes that red border away. Then we click Make It. So we're going to make 4 of these cards. So we choose 4 and we click Apply. And that'll bring 4 images onto our card mat. Then the material size, we are choosing the S40 that matches our cards. So let's take a look now at the cards that we're going to be using for our project. These are called insert cards. There's 35 in there and they're S40, which is 4.75 inches by 4.75 inches. So let's go ahead and open them up and we'll just have a look at the cards inside. You can see the colors on the box already. There's a variety of colors: navy, light pink, light blue, golden sort of color, dark pink and gray. So these are the colours here. You've got the navy, the grey, the dark pink, the gold or the mustard colour, and then the light pink is just under the navy. There's the light pink and the light blue. So there's the colours. You also get envelopes in these packets. We're going to play around with mixing these colours together to create our cards. So what we need to do again is we're going to slide our cards right in and up to the top of each of these little card pockets. We're going to do a light blue, 1 navy, slide that in and up. Inserting your cards, make sure that the card is right to the top of the sleeve and right up against the fold of the card. So up and in as far as it can go. So there's our card mats. Just smooth those cards down so they're ready to go. We're going to slide our mat into our Cricut machine. I'm going to sharpen my blade before I start. I like to get in the habit of sharpening my blade before every project. So just do a few spikes on the foil. I'm just going to pop that back in there, and I'll also need my black pen in the other side of the Cricut. And now we're ready to start our project. And the pen works first, and it starts to write the message on the top 2 cards. Then it draws the love hearts on the top 2 cards. Finishes the message. And moves on to the bottom 2 cards and repeats that same process. It finishes off with just some little decorations of love hearts all the way around the edges of the card. Once it's finished all the drawing, then it changes automatically to the blade and it cuts out the love heart in the middle, and then that part of the project is finished. Our next step now is to remove our cards from the card mat. Now, depending on how sticky your mat is, depends on how easily it is to remove the little bits and pieces from the mat. Just pull that carefully back and take out that little love heart. We're going to use those love hearts in our project. Pull that back, and then that little love heart. There we go. I'm using this glue to adhere my insert to the back of the card. So I'm just going to put some glue around the edge of the love heart. And then I'm going to glue the insert onto the back. This is a little bit of a different way of using the insert cards, but I actually really like using my glue to create the card in this way. You could also add another insert on that side as well if you wanted to. I'm playing around with a few different color combinations. I'm going to add glue to the back of this one, around the love heart, and fill in the gaps. And then I'm putting the hot pink one at the back. I'm going to add some glue to the light pink card and add a grey insert. And a dark pink one to the navy. And then I'm going to add my little love heart back into the center of that color block, because it's such a cute little love heart, it'd be a shame to waste it. There we go. And that's our cards finished. So these cards are easy and fun to create. They will not cause you frustration. Aren't they sweet? And that's the inside of each of those cards. And that brings us to the end of our tutorial today for creating cards with our Cricut using the Cutaway cards and the Insert cards. There is a matching blog post on my website at www.papercraftsecrets.com.au. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video, and I hope that you have a lovely crafty day. Thank you for watching.